Welcome to What She Said podcast with Shanae Hall.
Welcome to our very first episode of What She Said. I really mean like what I said, but it's called What She Said. I'm so excited that you guys joined us for this podcasting. There's a person that you might know of that says some things on Instagram that I felt a certain kind of way about. And I'm going to let him come here and defend himself. But before we get into that, I want to introduce you to the Around Our Town location for this week. And it's apartment 4B. Super swanky, dope, great vibe, great energy, great food, most of all, great drinks. So if you're in the A Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, and you need something to do after 6 p.m., you want to get out, get around some grown folks, I highly recommend you stopping by apartment 4B. Now, let's take a look at that clip we was talking about.
The women out there who say they want a man who ain't got no bitches, them women don't really want a man who ain't got no bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
Like, for real, bro. Like, just think about a man who ain't got no bitches and that energy and how that is and how that feels and what it look like.
Think about that time.
That's what attract you to that nigga, because he had bitches, that energy, that misogyny you speak so poorly of.
Yes, sir.
That shit provides a vibe that you are obviously attracted to.
A sense of comfort.
It put out pheromones.
Yeah.
You understand
Absolutely.
me? And them pheromones cause you to be attracted. And I'm not saying that it's right to be this way or wrong to be that way. I'm just saying it's a fact that it is this way.
It is that way.
I'm not trying to excuse, merely explaining.
Speaking of the man himself,
Hey,
King T.I.P. How you doing?
how you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Hello.
It's my girlfriend Tina, my mom.
This is not your mom.
That's my mom Rhonda.
That's your mom. That's your younger sister.
We'll roll with that.
Yeah. That's the cool cuz.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Man, thank you for having me. What's happening?
No.
I see you got my drink here.
I did. What are you sipping on?
This is tequila reposado.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I want that one. Yeah.
Oh, now you a grown man. You a grown man.
Trying to get
You want to get hair on your chest.
One-way ticket. We need a one-way ticket. One-way ticket to the rest of the night, please.
One way.
Need a one-way ticket to the rest of the night, please.
So, sir,
How about it?
do you actually believe a woman is going to be more attracted to a man because he got a gang of females around him?
It's not that a woman is just, it's not like a woman gonna say, ooh, he got a lot of females, I want him.
Mm-hmm.
No. For instance, let's say a woman might say, I want a man, a powerful man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I want a man who's a boss. I want a man who
Keep going,
charismatic,
Yes, boo, yes.
who pays all the bills. I want a man who, but you got to understand the type of man that you're describing. It comes with a certain lifestyle.
Okay,
So that lifestyle come with that man.
right.
But if you find a man that is like the man that you described, he
Right.
also comes with a lifestyle. And that lifestyle ain't what you're attracted to.
Right.
You're attracted to the lifestyle that comes with the man that has a lot of bitches.
Well,
I mean, it hits very close to home for me.
so does that, so you're saying you can't have one without the other? Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean, there are exceptions to every rule.
Okay.
I'm just telling you what's most likely.
So you said it.
I ain't saying it ain't possible.
Okay.
I'm saying it ain't probable.
Okay.
You said it hits close to home for you.
It does.
How so?
It's close to home. It hits close to home to me because I grew up, in a single parent household, but my mom nor my father never married. My mom or my father never married, but they were they were the loves of each other's lives. You know what I mean? It ain't like my mom and my dad broke up and she went and got married, he went and got married and lived happily ever after. They broke up out of spite. You know what I'm saying? They broke up due to ego or pride or whatever it was, and he died alone and she's still not married.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? And it don't matter who my mama has been with, she's always said that my daddy in his grave is still number one. And
Be like that though.
And-
Get home.
okay, so even though there were certain things about my father that she could not accept for herself, she still never found nobody that kind of kindled the fire or the flames the way that he did, and vice versa. So in my father's case, even though he left the woman that would not accept his behavior, he still never found the woman that was perfect for him, that he could grow old with, and
Wow.
So
That's deep.
I've seen this firsthand, and I mean, even in my relationship, to be honest with you, it's no secret. I have been known to kind of like, you know what I'm saying, not have the best luck at fidelity. You know what I'm saying? I haven't had the best luck at fidelity. You know what I'm saying? And but the thing is, and I tell my wife and I, we speak on this. I believe that, I don't know if it's hereditary or not, but I believe I am of a polyamorous makeup.
Mm-hmm.
But out of my love, dedication, and admiration and respect for her, I have curved all of my
desires, cravings,
instincts.
Oh,
Instincts.
So your
I've curved my animalistic urges and instincts, but in the name of love. You know what I'm saying? Because I love my family, I love my wife, I love my life. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So I have sacrificed a part of myself that I feel like is just as much a part of me as, that's a part of what it is that attracted her to me. But I have kind of like put that in a bottle. That's okay. But in doing that, it also takes away from a part of, there could be no good without bad, no bad without good.
Mm-hmm.
So if I put all of this, what you may consider all bad, I put this over here, it's going to take away some of the good too. So I think that I become a more daunting task.
So
What
do you
you
feel
wanna
like
do
you're
for yourself?
shortchanging at all? Do you feel
I
like
don't feel like it's not really shortchanging. I think life is a series of adjustments.
But when you take a piece of you, who makes you, like when you meet a person and they say, I need you to change to be with me.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're asking me to relinquish part of me that makes me me. And so if you do that, then you're asking me to subdue who I really am in order to convert to who you want me to be. And you said, I'm willing to do that because I love my family, but you're still taking a piece of you.
I love my wife, I love my family, I love my life. So if the desire to be there was not as strong as it is, then I would not be willing to do so.
But do you feel like you're losing?
I feel like in me doing so, we have this conversation, that's why I don't mind having it publicly. I feel like in me doing so, it's unfair to her.
Okay.
Cause now I'm on your head. Where you at? I need you here. You gotta do what?
So
For what? Why?
You need
What?
feminine availability.
I need feminine energy. I just need it.
Yeah, but
I got to have it.
in the sense
I got to have
so if you have a boss chick or someone who's occupied at running her life, doing her thing,
It probably ain't in her best interest for her to have me to cut everything off. It might not be in her best interest for all the things that she has in line for herself and her personal goals and all the things she want to do for herself. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying that it's wrong.
No,
I've just noticed that when, like in my life, that's the way it works.
So you need her to be available 125% out of 100%.
I need her to be available as much as I make myself available.
Are you available all the time?
Yeah, so you're the boss.
She might
you're
not,
the leader.
Now the thing is, we are speaking on a basis of need.
Right. Need.
Yes, I'm available, but I might not have to be as available as I need her to be, because she might not need as much male energy as I need female energy. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about a basis of need.
Mm-hmm.
So you said something that I thought was critical. You talked about setting aside part of yourself. You talked about being
Everyone has to do it.
polyamorous. Like really, that's who we are in nature.
I'm a player.
That's who you. Well, there it is.
I'm a player by spirit.
Right.
I'm a player by spirit. When I say player, I'm not talking about.
Game of life.
Listen, a player that's energy, bro.
Yes.
Like that's energy. Like being a player about some shit.
Yeah.
That's energy, and I think that women are attracted to players. And when you,
I think we're attracted to confidence.
And and leadership
and
and
boss,
Right.
all that other stuff.
And people
Oh,
can pay
okay,
bills
so-
now.
that bold, just
That whole
Right.
confident.
Feel comfortable
when
in
you
his
walk in
own
there,
skin.
like, okay, for example, you walk in here with damn kick in your head, your hat turned to the left, and we like, this nigga a boss. Like, the energy is still
Okay.
the same. It doesn't matter if you
So-
wear a suit or a hat. Your hat, it's your energy that you give off.
Right.
Is I'm confident in who I am.
If you hold up a picture of whatever you see as confident, what else? did you
little
say?
borderline arrogant, bossy,
Arrogant,
just all of
confident,
that.
bossy,
Right.
Yeah.
charismatic, good looking, whatever.
Oh,
Wealthy,
all
all
of
those
that.
things.
Well spoken, all that. If you hold that picture up, right? If you hold that picture up, and I hold up a picture of a player, the motherfucker gonna look the same. You dig what I'm saying? I mean, so you can call it whatever you want to call it. And when I say a player, I'm not saying like that I'm literally actively out here juggling women. No, it's just like the energy of being a player. I don't know how to describe it. Like, how about this? When I think of a player, let me think of a real player.
Other than
And
yourself.
right, and not a fake player, but a real player from the Himalayas.
Let's just say somebody like, you know who I think a real player? Keith Sweat.
What?
Oh, yeah,
How
for
you
sure.
I
never. You said
I would have never imagined him.
Keith
He
Sweat.
said a true
How so?
player.
True player.
That's why
bro.
you're not thinking it, because he's a
I'm
true
just saying,
player.
like, Keith Sweat, you ain't never seen Keith Sweat outside of being Keith Sweat. You ain't never seen Keith Sweat break a sweat.
I'm not saying that. He been consistent.
Anything. He has been consistent
He was
since
never
85.
He would have never come to mind.
Since 85. Since Make It Laugh Forever,
He
Keith
hasn't
Sweat has been Keith Sweat. You dig what I'm
He
saying?
hasn't changed.
You can see him today. And he still be Keith Sweat. He's been married. He's been single.
Right.
But he's still been Keith Sweat
Still
the
Keith
whole
Sweat the
way
whole
through.
time.
Right.
Same demeanor the whole
You
time.
dig what I'm saying?
Right.
I give you
Same
another
time.
one. Snoop Dogg.
Okay, now everybody, Snoop would go. I can see Snoop. I can see.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
he's another married guy who, I mean, how do you call a married guy a player? Legitimately.
Listen, player is more than just like having multiple
Yeah.
women. Player is an energy. I guess.
And that's the shit right there. We like, oh yeah, he came
Yeah,
from
right.
He looked out. He sent the bottle
You know what I'm saying? Hey man, send our finest right here. I don't have to stay here with you and drink it.
Right,
I'm
right.
just being a player by sending you a bottle just because.
And that makes
like,
it even worse. He's like,
and then, you
can
know,
I get your
That's
number
just
on the
grown.
way out though?
You just are your grown man.
I'm just saying, like,
You're on your grown.
it's I don't know, bro. It's something that I can't necessarily. It's intangible. It's an intangible energy that you can't necessarily put your finger on, but you just understand that it's, it's player. Billy D. Williams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Old school
It's
now.
like-
They
Yeah,
fall
man.
the same line.
You know what I'm saying? Richard Pryor. Player.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, I don't know about all
You don't
that.
know about what?
I don't know.
Man, listen.
Eddie
Red
Murphy.
Fox. Player.
Eddie Murphy.
So
Eddie Murphy's
before I
also
let
a
you get
player.
out of here, I got to ask you a parental question, since I don't really hear, a lot of people ask you this. You have sons and daughters,
I do.
and the sex talk has to happen with both.
Mhm.
How do you address that type of conversation as a father to your sons, as opposed to how you talk to your daughters about being intimate and when's the right time?
Well, there are things there are things about that conversation that are astronomically different, and there are things that are inherently the same.
Okay.
The thing that is the same, I both tell them, don't get got.
Don't get God.
That's
Wow.
Don't get God.
That's
Don't
like,
get God.
like
Don't get God.
the thing that tethers those very different discussions together. Don't get got. You know what I
Can you
mean?
break that down?
Well, okay, let's say for my daughter, I tell her, hey, listen, you are filled with magic. Okay? You are filled with magic, and who you share that magic with should be your decision. It should come on your terms, and it should happen in your time. Don't get got. Don't get tricked out your magic, because once you give it, it's gone. You see what I'm saying?
That's deep right there. Goodness
And-
gracious.
And for my sons, it's more like, okay, look, you have everything that women who lack drive and who want an easy way out prey on. You had all that. You had good looks. You got, affluence. You come from a lineage of success, and those are things that women who target men to live off of. Those are traits that they identify with. They look for that. Don't get got. Don't get got, because you could trick yourself into thinking that you get nailed. You might think you the one that came up. Oh man, I just met this one last night. Yeah, I just went over there, man, and
he just
got her.
He just rubbing his head.
6 months later, she like, yeah, I met this one.
Look, got him.
Right, 18
Got him over here. Got him.
Lord.
I got him.
We locked in for years.
I done did that bid.
Oh.
I done did that bid.
Did you feel married? Did you feel locked in?
See,
Did you
I felt locked into my child. I felt locked into my children.
But you still have to talk to the wife, to the girl.
So that's a permanent. That's a permanent marriage.
No, it's not.
It really is.
It's
not.
not.
A connection.
It is not. The disgust in his face.
That's more marriage than marriage. Because marriage is just...
That's a lie.
Yes, because...
Yeah, you married.
Once... No.
Oh,
Here we go.
I'm just saying, this is my philosophy.
All right, cool. I want to interrupt it. Hey, go ahead. Blow your balloon up for me to poke holes in it.
Oh, Lord.
Go in.
Right.
I'm ready.
She done got closer.
About to get real.
Go ahead, Tina. Break down your
do that.
philosophy.
Go right ahead.
Where's
Now,
Oh, all the New York just came out real quick when I saw them hands.
New York?
no, don't listen to them.
Yeah, she
You
is.
We
New York?
stereotype. No, it's not like
But
that.
you-
I'm not that type of
but
person.
you-
I'm from
Y'all who started all this, I don't need no man type shit. That shit started in New York.
Talk about that too.
That shit started in New York. All that, I don't need a man. I ain't got to have a man. I can do it on my own.
We got it. We
this
need a
is all
man.
I'm saying. Marriage is when you go before a human being that give you vows and you have a piece of paper that say
You're married. Correct.
that's paper that comes from what? Trees?
Mm-hmm.
Nature, whatever.
Right.
When you create a child together, that's bloodline. You
Okay.
guys have bloodlines flowing together. That right there is more important than a
Any
piece
paper.
of paper
Right.
that bring two individuals
So
together.
if two
to
individuals don't have a
compromise.
baby and they walk away,
You
it's
have to-
over. But if you have a baby with that
If you
person,
have-
you never gone.
If you're never gone, I don't care how much you don't like him or he don't like her or whatever. You're
understand
connected.
your philosophy.
Because you know why? That kid, that child is the real love.
And that's why people
That's
be trying
the
to have
love that
babies by
continue
these
to
dudes.
keep
They be
that
like,
bond.
he always
Man,
gotta
listen,
be here.
man.
That's the love that keep that bond. You're gonna be connected whether you get along or disagree or whatever. It ain't nothing's gonna change that.
I tell you what,
Unless you just walk away from the situation and say, fuck it.
did what you do.
Just what you do.
Don't get married. I done been engaged. I done been proposed. I done been in
I done been proposed.
marriage is just
This is not an
taking the
attack
next
on
step.
you. This is not an attack on you.
I
This
think
not
it
an
is
attack
because
on
you're saying it.
It's not.
Warning me. You warning me. You about to try to attack me, Tip. Don't do that.
You know he's vicious though, right?
I know he is.
In a very sweet,
Yeah, I
subtle.
know.
You won't know you got disrespected till tomorrow when you wake up in the morning.
I'm just offering you
Go
perspective.
ahead.
No.
Go. Let him give you
We see
perspective.
this in action.
Don't you roll me under this motherfucking chair.
I ain't gonna do nothing.
These cameras rolling right now. I'm next to Tip.
I know it.
Go ahead.
I know
Go
it.
ahead. What you got? What you got?
In
So we
all
got your
due-
perspective.
In all due respect.
Okay.
In all due respect. How can I say? A collaborator of life.
Ooh, that's fancy.
Okay.
He make all bad shit sound good. You like a collaborator of life. I want one of
I
those.
want to know more.
And then you like, wait,
It's
that's
my-
what I meant.
We collaborated upon life. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds
I
great.
think, I feel like, to be honest with you, whatever decision that you make there are certain things that you are entitled to as a collaborator of life versus being married.
Okay.
And this is just my philosophy. If you ain't got to struggle with the thought of splitting your world in half when you leave,
Mm-hmm.
it ain't marriage, period.
You still splitting because you splitting a kid.
But you ain't splitting half.
Splitting no kid.
It don't matter.
Child support is not
but you
half.
still going half on the baby.
You went half on the baby,
Man,
but you
listen.
going a percentage on the support.
What's the difference?
It's
You
a
still
big
going
ass
half,
difference.
but you
Huge
still
difference.
going
Trust me,
half.
I know
Get
when
married and tell me about
You
it.
get
when you file for divorce, you send them
You have a
that note.
child?
Yeah.
So you decided to have a child, but you didn't take the step to get married. Tell me why.
Because marriage isn't always.
Because she don't give head.
Whoa! That's gonna keep you single. That's gonna keep you single.
marriage.
You ain't gonna be good at it. You ain't gonna be good at it by the end. Nope, I'm telling you.
Let me tell you about men.
I don't want.
Excitement of knowing.
Shanae, did you have to bust her out all the way?
I gotta be careful with these cameras.
Not
man.
interested. Weddings off. You can't do what?
No, she won't.
Please, won't.
It's more
Oh
won't.
my God.
It's disgusting to her.
And then you gonna co-sign on it and make it worse.
It's sacred. I'm saving it for marriage.
It's sacred.
You saving it for yourself because you ain't gonna be no marriage. Ain't gonna be no marriage.
If your crutches
And get what?
felt you yet.
If you find a man that would enter into a union with you,
I mean, it's been several proposals.
they ain't went through.
I mean, not
They ain't went through
it was
it.
because of me.
It was because your decision.
Yeah, my decision.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Not
telling you.
to.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I wasn't ready.
I bet. But listen, look. Your rights are your rights. Your rights are your rights. Your rights are your rights.
He's like,
I don't even know where to start.
This is not it.
Is
I don't
it
know where to
important?
start with this, bro.
Oh, is it a deal breaker?
Women who don't give head don't deserve to be married.
Wow.
Now,
That's just
I said that. I
That's
said
an opinion.
just my
your
little
final-
own opinion.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Are you
Oh,
serious?
Damn.
So that's a deal
Unless they
breaker.
gonna let their man go get head somewhere else.
So that's a deal breaker for you.
Because it
But they
ain't
gonna
a
do
deal
that
breaker
whether
for
you let
me.
them or
Look,
not.
man. Hey, look, let
If
me
they
tell you
gonna do
something.
it,
Yes,
they
break
gonna do
this
it.
down. I need this in my life.
Let me tell you
Mama,
something.
I don't need to know if you need. I need to know that you need this. Not
Your
from
mama
him.
didn't
Brother,
hear this.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Come on, listen in, mama.
Listen,
Lean in.
I'm leaning
It's good
in.
information.
I need
Oh,
to know.
Lord.
All right. To be honest with you, if you are my everything, that means everything I need. There shouldn't be nothing happening nowhere else that I can't get here at home.
Right.
Nothing.
Well, see, that's the key word.
I don't
there,
care what it
everything.
is.
And I'm sure.
I don't care if it's oral,
everything.
anal. I don't
Yeah.
care if it's everything.
No, yeah.
Everything. I don't care. I just might want to do it one night because I'm drunk. I seen it on TV. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. We married or not? If we married or not?
Married or not?
I say, are we married or not?
Oh no, this is before marriage. She said she's saving it for marriage.
No, marriage is
He's like,
everything.
nah.
Marriage,
Brush her off.
anything goes.
She ain't even gonna get that far.
I will.
Oh,
So if you're
Lord.
dating a girl and she says, I don't give
I
head
will.
because it's disgusting, you're like, she ain't gonna never get married?
It's not for me.
Yeah, just for him.
It's just not for me. That's it.
Yeah.
I can only speak for me.
Yeah.
I can only see through
Okay,
my
what do you
eyes.
think about most? You have
It's just
more
like if a
male
woman
friends.
say, hey, listen, if a woman meet a man and
Don't go
he
down.
say,
Negative. I know those things.
I almost spit this shit out, Tina. I almost spit it out.
That's why we have issues.
I wouldn't even finna say that. I was finna say if a man said I don't want to have kids. You see what I'm
okay.
saying? That's
Okay.
like I don't want to have no kids.
See, I can understand that at a certain age. though.
Right.
What you mean by at a certain age?
I'm
You
saying
can't have no
where I'm at,
kids?
like right now, if somebody
got
don't
grown
have
kids?
I respect that.
Right.
Like, dang,
We ain't
on
having
the
no
same
kids.
page.
You mean to tell me, all right, so if a man had kids with
But
another,
when you're like in your 20s, or if you're like if you never had them, that's
you in your
certain-
20s?
You think I'm in my 20s?
I did.
Stop playing.
I thought you.
No, you playing.
Asshole.
You playing.
I thought you was in your 20s. I thought you was in your 20s. With that kind of a perspective, that's a young girl perspective. That is really, that's 21, 22. Like,
You an asshole, cuz.
Oh my God.
yeah, what's that? What am I supposed to do with that?
What am I supposed to do with that?
I'm just telling you, like, you know, but
She ain't never gonna get married. That's what you saying?
I ain't saying
Hey,
that.
this is
She
good.
might change tonight.
Done. You never know. You know.
She
That's
might
what I'm
change
saying.
tonight.
It might be the right situation.
Right.
You just ain't had the person that inspired you to get no
Right.
lead.
You just
Can I
never.
listen to that?
Yeah. You just gotta be inspired.
That's all I'm
How
saying.
many Birkins you got?
None.
That's why.
Oh,
I don't care
damn.
about Birkin stuff.
I know you don't. You shouldn't.
No, I don't
You
care
shouldn't.
about that.
But would that inspire
You
you?
want investment properties?
Yeah, that's
How many of them you got?
houses. 4.
And how many have you had them gifted to you?
1.
One with no head?
No, but no head.
Goodness,
Yeah.
you are phenomenal. You're an anomaly. High five. High five.
No, I don't want to
respect
be
it because you like
recorded.
a 40-year-old
I don't want
virgin.
this on me.
You like the virgin, and it's okay with
I don't
if you
want this. Why-
because you know
why this gotta be about me?
Tina, because you got standards,
Man, we
and
got
you
the
got
What
standards.
standards?
Oh, yeah, there, flip it.
Her-
There
What
it goes.
standards?
She got standards that say, I'm not gonna give head, I'm saving this for marriage. If that's not her thing,
All right,
it's
cool. That's your
disgusting.
preference.
She
It's
don't
not
want.
necessary.
That's what I said. I want
There
to
are
be
men who will love a
But I
woman.
don't want to be married to nobody that I ain't did everything with.
Nigga, if we
Really?
said on it,
But he said before he wanted to
You
test all
ain't
of the
gonna be no good.
shit.
Ain't nothing worse than some bad heat.
So what's bad head though? I need you to break that down for us.
Yeah, for
Oh,
those that
Mom.
give head, they need to know.
No,
now,
I need,
now I'm uncomfortable.
no, we need to hear that.
Well, I'm
What makes
fine.
it good?
I'm fine.
What makes good head? What makes
what makes-
head?
First of all,
Yes.
exit the discussion. You ain't got no right to have the discussion. You don't have enough experience. You don't have enough on the job
Damn.
experience. I'll be honest with you, just in full disclosure, more teeth than tongue.
Huh?
You want more teeth and tongue?
is-
No,
Oh, what
that's
makes
bad.
it bad?
Yes,
Oh,
the
okay.
question was what makes it bad.
Oh,
More
okay.
teeth than tongue.
I heard differently. Okay.
T.I. is invited to
I do. I
the
am
space
human.
game
I have
and
been taking
everything.
in information. A lot of information on it. Okay. I don't
I
have
don't-
virgin ears.
All right.
Oh, thank you so much.
I
appreciate it.
support you in whatever love you find.
And whatever love you find.
Whatever love you find.
You know, you said something about basically saying that we have to almost, unless a guy is like you who has learned enough lessons, who puts his stuff in a box and stops doing the bullshit,
Mm.
and I don't even know if stops is the right word.
Yes, stops is the right. Stop. Stop.
I mean, do we always have to expect that any guy who has anything going on
First of
has
all,
bullshit in the background? Do we always have to accept that?
well, first of all, let me go on record as to say I am not eligible or responsible for speaking on behalf of any guy. I can only speak for me
Very well.
and people who agree with me.
Okay.
So they will include or exclude themselves as they deem appropriate.
Okay.
I think that the energy that you produce is the energy that you will receive. I don't know how else to say it. Like, yes, I think, but even though I killed a part of myself, or I put a part of myself on the shelf, I feel like my wife put a part of herself on the shelf too. And in a relationship, it has to be that kind of give and take.
Yeah, that's what
It has to be that.
Mm-hmm.
And the worst relationship is when you got one person who's willing to give of themselves and that isn't reciprocated.
Mm-hmm.
I get that.
You know what I mean? And I never wanted to be like that. So as much as is bestowed upon me, that's as much as I want to contribute to the relationship. So.
How long were you in your relationship before you got to that point?
Hmm.
Where you said, I'm willing to put this side of me away. I'm willing to, you said this, and then you said it's an instinct. An instinct is something you do without
It is.
thinking of. It's just natural, like breathing. It's an instinct.
Yeah,
And you had to stop that and
I
put
did.
it away.
I did stop it.
So how far along?
When she told me that she was unhappy. When she said she was unhappy, and that it did not satisfy her and what she felt like she needed for herself and me, I want to satisfy her and I want to provide what she feels like she needs for herself. And if this is
I want to.
Yeah, that's deep right
if it's this is what's in the way, I mean, all right, bro. I go ahead and I put it up. I won't do nothing. But
What?
listen, that come with like I said, they come with obligation. They come with
Get ahead.
I don't understand how.
That's one thing, right?
Look, you know what? All right, so look, if we on a car lot, and we about to buy a new car, and we on the Benz lot, giving head is like automatic windows.
Oh, damn.
You know what I'm saying? That shit in the base model. You can't drive off this lot without this feature.
That's real right there.
That was horrible.
That's so common, it's not even
That
funny.
shit is like,
Windows.
you catch a motherfucker doing this, like, God damn, where you get that motherfucker from? You didn't get that off this lot. You couldn't have got that off this lot.
That's real
Yeah,
right there.
Tina, he said you like a 70s model.
I didn't put a
That
year on
is a
it.
really good
I'm a
analogy.
Tesla.
Not a 2020.
They got automatic windows. Dude, they got automatic
They
windows.
only run off electricity. They don't need gas.
I'm telling
Man, please.
Lord. Tina.
you. Look, I wish you all the happiness life has to offer. If a man don't want to do it with you, he want to do it somewhere. I don't think no man on earth
I just think
just don't want to get his dick sucked. I don't think there's no
That's
man.
why you said we
Who
asked
you
that.
want to get your dick sucked by is the question.
Is that
I
really
don't think-
mandatory?
Huh?
Is he in a relationship?
But I know.
Are automatic windows really important?
I'm just asking.
Have we not evolved to the place that we can kind of... Do you really need a remote control for a television?
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
you do.
You gonna
I'm
say
just asking. You know, it's
But you can
evolution.
You can still be turned without the remote.
right.
You just got to find a motherfucker who gonna get up and go turn it for you.
I don't
That's
know
all I'm
nobody.
saying.
That's the same answer I had. I don't know nobody.
Nobody.
I don't know nobody.
I'm waiting for that person that'll be patient with
Keep
me,
waiting.
take their time with me, and that's what's
Mhm.
important. What's important to me, I know my magic.
Right.
A man is out. The men want to conquer.
Right.
So the thing is, he's gonna go as far as he needs to go to catch his prey.
Okay.
But once you caught,
But I'm no, and I'm
Well,
talking
you know
about
what?
deeper.
I want to ask.
talking about
Once
going
if
deeper
a
with
man
it.
chases a woman,
a man
right?
About somebody with that really
Well, look, hold on.
care.
Let me ask. When once a
And
man
you don't
chases
have
a
that,
woman,
even with your wife.
what-
You have
no,
there's
hold on,
something special.
hold on. If a man chases a woman, when is the cutoff? Like when he starts to say, "Okay, I chased, I got
It's
it,
his
now I'm
limits.
over,"
No.
or I chased, I
It's
got
on
it, and I
him.
want to stay. What is it about the difference between the two?
it's a connection.
The connection.
It's a connection.
It's a
It's a
connection.
bond. It's an energy. It's a.
That's all I'm saying. And
It's a
that- when I get
collaboration. Like, you know what I mean?
That part, because who it is, he's gonna connect.
Mm.
He gonna connect.
Like Avatar, he gonna put it on there. And you
Nigga,
just
like
gonna connect.
motherfucking Avatar, yo. Avatar this month.
Why you shaking your head like
Yeah,
that?
like,
I'm trying to figure out who go. I just don't. I just trying to figure out who
I hate you right now. I hate you right now. Hey, you
I'm
funny.
thinking of everybody who I know. Like, nope, nope.
I'm thinking everybody I know.
Nope,
A
nope.
lot of times when you think you know people, but you don't really be knowing what people do behind closed doors, like in a cut. Really
Nobody
in
want to be the only nigga in the room saying he ain't getting his dick sucked.
But
when he go
niggas ain't
home.
always keeping it real either, though. You got niggas that'll lie on it. Niggas will perpetrate just to fit in the conversation.
That's
and he
true.
will perpetrate just to fit in the group.
If you want that nigga who gonna lie about getting his dick sucked in the room for the other nigga, you don't want that nigga. That ain't the nigga you want. You said you want a real one.
Gotta take his time.
A real one gonna stand up in a room full of motherfuckers who getting their dick sucked when they go home and say, I don't want my dick sucked.
He probably ain't even entertaining the conversation.
I don't want my dick sucked. I ain't getting my dick sucked when I go home, and I don't want it.
Where he don't have to
Don't
be in the
want it.
room expressing
You know what?
anything.
Head is overrated. I think head is overrated, so you guys go enjoy your fellatio. You guys go enjoy your fellatio. Head to me is overrated.
But listen, okay, your daughter.
Let's see.
No, it's your daughter though.
See.
What you gonna tell your daughter? How do you tell her to cipher between when she decides she's ready to do that and she's not?
He don't even want to think. He don't have that thought.
Yeah, that's awful.
I'm done. This interview is over.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk no more. I don't want to talk no more. I don't want to talk no more. I don't want to
Tasteful.
Thank you very much, Tip. He came out, he delivered. I appreciate it. Our first episode of What She Said, and we're gonna end it on that note because Tina took it too damn far.
I don't think nothing more to be said here.
Exactly. Point.
We will be inviting Tip
Point
back.
made.
That was amazing.
Point
Thank you
made.
so much, fam.
okay,
Thank you so much for the invitation. Thank you. Such a great time I had here. Thank you.
Point made.
Cheers. Thanks for having me. Cheers.
Our most insightful interview ever. Got $1 million worth of game from Tree. All in the hour.